Okay, this is part 2 of the interview. Yes, go ahead.
In just a few moments, we're talking with this gentleman, Imaginhr here. He explains to me the core principles of this technique as far as the color coding of certain letters within a sentence or within a word to indicate whether if a vowel sound is silent or if there is additional enunciation on it. I believe this technique, especially implemented for children and younger to more developmental phases, would be excellent as far as learning other languages with ease and becoming quadrilingual people due just to the association of those colors across languages, because it wouldn't just apply to just one sole language. This color coordination and this system really does carry over throughout all languages, kind of unifying the principles of the language. I can't imagine why this hasn't been implemented in schools or why this isn't available, but I am strongly endorsing that we research further into this, because this could make a big difference in a lot of people's lives.
And can you imagine when this technology is implemented in the color coding of closed captioning of, for example, educational productions, documentary or animated movies, where now children and adults all over the world could experience the color coding motif in 2D or 3D in the screen of their homes in the original language of which that movie or film was produced, and utilize now something that was thought as an entertainment tool for expanding the family into other languages. What do you think of that idea?
I mean, it's excellent. It kind of incorporates a little bit of learning, a little bit of play together. It makes it not as monotonous as just being given language exercises and repetitive gestures to try and memorize over and over again, but more so making it an interactive experience, which actually gives the participant kind of a sense of being contributing, kind of being physically immersed into this idea, being that associating these colors becomes almost like a physical reaction to the human being. It's not just hearing something, it's colors and smells and certain things like that really do resonate with memory. So just by even at a glance coming across that type of coding, it would automatically trigger that response in the person's mind, and even almost physically have an impact on them.
Okay, right now in closing this interview with you, I just want you to know that we are seeking the support of political leaders so that one day we can put this program through the ballot and people can vote on behalf of implementing this technology in printed signs for safety, whether it's buildings, in the learning environment for students, and also, and very important, for nutritional facts and labels of instructions that give medicine a new perspective to how patients should read those instructions and can avoid potential complications when they misunderstand the words. Like, for example, an example that is clear in New York, a man misunderstood the label by reading take 11 pills daily when the label read take once daily. The word once is the same spelling as enhancè, and that created a confusion in his mind which almost cost him his life. In closing this interview, what advice would you have for the world in our political leadership?
I mean, stop being so narcissistic and narrow-minded as far as, there is controversy in this country on just signage being in English and Spanish in some regions due to population, due to, the demographic of that area. You hear a lot, if you come to America, you should learn how to speak American and blah, blah, blah. And, things get very ignorant across the board sometimes, and we forget that on a global level, we have an obligation to all humans around us to make it a safe environment that is habitable for all, not just, geared towards one. So in that idea of unifying our map and, providing an environment that as that example was just given, the gentleman in the hospital, to avoid confusion that could possibly cost somebody's lives, or any unwanted hurt or anxiety, we should be all for that. And if something's going to increase the ease in which retention can be applied to something, not only are people going to be given information, but they're going to retain it, which is more important than just, you know, looking at something or passes it on a glance. People really need to be able to actually retain this knowledge and carry it with them. I think this method is an excellent example of that. It's something that could actually be effective.
Well, thank you very much. I close this interview. My name is Imaginhr Cantero, and the global linguistic reform to eradicate global illiteracy continue to grow thanks to people like you. Thank you very much.